Becky Lynch is back and that's just super. But now Bianca's squashed and we're left in a stupor. Super duper. I'm John Rectum with my review of WWE SummerSlam 2021. Taking place in the Legion Stadium with 51,000 some odd people getting to witness a show that was on a freaking pendulum. Really, really good stuff. It would stop in the middle with some stuff that could be on Raw and or SmackDown, and then swing all the way over here for some really, really motherfucking bad shit that proved that the show was mostly up its own ass, and up Vince McMahon's ass, to the point that it knew what he had for breakfast 20 years ago. That's really good shit, pal. Yeah, this show is fucking frustrating, because the good moments were really, really good, and the bad moments really fucking made me mad. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because I'm going to have some rants, I'm going to have some praise, and this thing's going to be over the goddamn map, and I'm going to need some jokes. But anyway, the kickoff panel, Kayla channeling Black Swan with that dress. She looked really good, by the way. Booker T, Jerry Lawler, Kevin Kirkpatrick, Robert Kirkpatrick as I'm calling him, and let's hear it for Rosenberg. So the theme song is ass. It's Cardi B, so of course it is. And if you know the stuff about Cardi B that's come out, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Rosenberg was trying to basically fry Sonya's brain with his mind, like, I'm going to fry your mind, I'm staring at you. Why Rosenberg talked like that, I have no idea. Miz and Morrison arrive in a water truck. This leads to a comedy segment that I think made me hate that comedy was ever fucking created. And so they had this contest for this, fan to basically, be a ring announcer for a match at SummerSlam. Her name is Rain Cruz, and she's better than Justin Roberts has ever been in his goddamn life. One, she actually has personality that doesn't come across as totally fake, and she has, she actually has some energy to her, has some realism about her, and had some passion to her. Biggie versus Baron Corbin was the pre-show match literally made today. There is no upside to stuff with Corbin or Baron Corbin, because Michael Cole is really fucking bad at his job, and Big E deserves better than this. The spear through the ropes, he's got to stop doing that. And big ending, 1, 2, 3. Please give Big E better shit than this. I'm not saying he needs cash in right away. He can announce it ahead of time. I don't care. I don't know what they're trying to do with this Baron Corbin stuff, but it's really fucking stupid. Yeah, okay, he's a heel. He's finally getting his comeuppance and everything. I just don't care. I just don't care about seeing him. Like, oh, he's here. He's doing this to shovel. I don't care. I don't care about seeing him. I don't want to see it. But anyway, Big E, always good to see Big E. And again, this Rain Cruz, pretty damn good job there. Logan Paul got shown in the front row. Let me just say really quickly, because I will rant about this on Raw, because apparently he's going to be on there again, because they didn't learn their fucking lesson when he was there at Mania. He got booed every time they showed him. Fans should have been allowed to hurl trash at him until he left, because Logan Paul, Jake Paul, hell, the mother and father, they all deserve to be fucking shamed for fucking existing on this planet, because they don't fucking deserve to exist here. Logan Paul especially, because, oh yeah, him and Jake, mocking the whole Japanese culture and what Logan did, filming the stuff in that forest. No, I'm not going to let that go, because it was really fucking shameful. He deserves to be shamed for it, repeatedly shamed, to the point that he goes and hides in a cave and he never comes out and rots away, knowing that nobody with a brainstem that works ever fucking liked or loved him. Not even his parents. If I were his parents, I would have disowned him, but then again, if I were his parents, I would have, just wanted to make sure that I practiced a way to not have kids as dumb as that. So anyway, yeah, fuck Logan Paul. I can't wait until he's, irrelevant and not on programs that I fucking love. Programs that I, invest my blood, sweat, and tears in. And programs that he doesn't, belong anywhere near. So anyway, Rosenberg, he did some more bullshit. Big opening video package with clips and poker chips and stuff like that, because they're in Vegas. And we have RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Riddle against Styles and Omos for the Raw Tag titles. Okay, they've been building this up and everything. RK Bro's back. Obviously, they were going to win, and they did. The match was fine. I'm not going to get too much into this, because the pace did pick up eventually. Omos still needs time. And DDT, the reverse DDT Styles does, he did that to Riddle on the floor. Maybe he knocked some sense into Riddle. Probably not. But suddenly, RKO for 3, oh no, new champions. Wow, pretends to be shocked. Match was fine. Moving on. There is a giant VR graphic of Lily. They are fighting over shampoo. It is Alexa Bliss with Lily versus Eva Marie with Piper Niven. Her name is Piper. It is not the fucking DD character. DD, get out of my laboratory. So anyway, she slapped the doll. This is one of the most embarrassing matches I have seen on pay-per-view. Alexa Bliss at least has character. She's not really good in the ring, but she at least has character, even if I'm not a fan of it. Eva Marie is just not good. Now, I don't know if they're trying to make her act like she can't wrestle, or she just is that goddamn clueless. Maybe it's somewhere in the middle, stuck in the middle with you. But Alexa got angered and eventually she had DDT for 3. And then Piper says, and the loser of the match is Eva Marie. Okay. This has not benefited Piper at all. This is really fucking bad television. I'm surprised they didn't try to, make the doll. They didn't try to, have somebody come out in the doll outfit and everything and be like Alexa's Cabrera Crusade. So anyway, Mario Lopez is here. He was not saved by the bell because he said back to the WWF days. The Pandas are going to start assaulting him. He interviews RK Bro. Why is Mario Lopez there? Genuine question. So we get Damian Priest versus Sheamus for the U.S. Championship. Okay, tall men slapping meat. I know a certain friend of mine, a certain mutual of mine on Twitter was fine. You know who you are. I'm not going to mention your name, but you know who you are. This match had its moments. I do want to say, though, there were times where I was like, okay, they could have cut a couple minutes off of this, but Priest did that freaking dive over the ropes. Lands on his back. I hope he's all right because he was really favoring that. Now, maybe he was just really, really good at selling. And, there was targeting of the back, which Sheamus did a really good job of. And then leg lariat off the top by Priest for 2. And Sheamus clubs him some more. We get the choke slam from the heavens or whatever the heck it's going to know. From the heavens is Montez Ford's thing. But the Cloverleaf got countered into a roll-up and then a heel hook. There was some nice wrestling. This actually was a pretty good match. I don't know if it was necessarily SummerSlam worthy, but it was fine. The mask came off. Oh no, the rectomane. 1, 2, 3. When the mask comes off, it's a massive rectomane right in your face. Have fun on seeing that. And yeah, new U.S. champion. A lot of new champions here. So then we get a plane, just flying. It's actually a graphic, a VR graphic. A plane flying while rap music plays. At least it's not over the Bahamas in 2001 in August. Oh, this is going well. Ray then tells Dominic to focus. So it's the Mysterios versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Title, sponsored by Victoria Beer. A beer company is sponsoring a match where the Usos are in it. I don't even really think I need to say anything. I also don't need to say anything beyond, well, this match existed. It was well paced. I just have seen fucking enough of it. I've seen enough. No more. Please no more. No mas. No mas. Or as Derb would say, no mas pantalones. Thank you, Derb. I will never, every time I think no mas, I'm just going to think of that quote that you said even back, when we worked together. Anyway, there was good stuff. I mean, Ray at one point hurled his taint at both Usos. Good tactic there. Clean and stiff, right on the button, says Pat. I mean, that's a good, thing to have. So a missed splash, and it's a super feet party because their feet met, and while they were trying to do a variation of the super kick BTE trigger thing, though they still made it look better than the Bucks did, and we get a splash, 1, 2, 3. Thank fuck the Usos retain. Now we can move on to something. I don't care. Get 2 people from the audience feud with the Usos. I mean, they would be better drivers and would probably make better decisions than Jimmy does on the road, but let's just leave it at that. So, Boogs is strumming his instrument as people cheer. Pat McAfee is just having fun while Nakamura and Boogs come out and just celebrate. Why are they celebrating? Who the hell knows? So anyway, so Bianca comes out first. Oh boy, Sasha's out. Why is Sasha out? Sasha's out for a few reasons. This is storyline and they wanted to basically hook people, or maybe Sasha's out because she has an injury. Maybe it's the virus. I don't goddamn know. If it is the virus, really fucking stupid to be anti-vax, aren't you? If it's not that, if it's for personal reasons, if something happened, then I hope she's okay. I don't know what the reason is, but if it turns out that it's actually something, that she could have prevented, good fucking job, you goddamn blue-haired idiot. So anyway, Bianca and Carmella, man, the fans are booing the shit out of this. They were, they were all like great to like throw trash and everything, which to be fair, Carmella would blend right in with that. I'm not apologizing. The crowd was pissed, like legit pissed. They were ready to like start leaving. And then, whoa. And Becky is back, and the Lynch mob is happy to see her take on Bianca. That sounded a lot better in my head. Fox would have mandated that, and will mandate it in the future, because, oh boy, she got a huge pop. And man, she tossed Carmella out of the ring, tossed her into the steps and everything, which, I mean, if she hit her head, it wouldn't have mattered, because there's nothing up there to hurt. And then Becky's like, what do you say, the EST and the man? Blow the roof off this joint. Loud Becky chants, and Bianca knows what's going to happen. She's delaying. She's like, all right, yeah, sure, we'll do this. 30 motherfucking seconds. Wait, hang on. That was a full bottle. That was a mistake. Let me do this. There, okay, let me process like that. 30 seconds. I understand if Becky maybe can't go. They weren't sure if she should go in a match too much since she did just recently have, her and Rollins, they recently have their kid. And she, was getting back into ring shape, raising her child and everything. And that's got to be tough to do regardless of how great of an athlete you are to come back from that quick. Because if you think about it, she announced her pregnancy in May of 2020. So she may have actually been pregnant and not known it when she wrestled Shayna at Mania 36. But still, to come back that soon, that's saying something. Here's the thing about it. Now, I'm not blaming Becky. This, however, took the big pop from Becky and it basically shat all over it. Here's why. I don't mind the idea of, Bianca wasn't prepared and everything and Becky beat her and everything. Fine, beat her in a 5-minute competitive match. If she wasn't prepared to go, that far in a match, don't book the fucking match. Put Toni Storm out there. Put Liv Morgan out there. Yes, you got the big pop with Becky, but all this did was it Kofi'd Bianca. Bianca may turn heel and everything because, this thing with Sasha may not end up happening for a while. It may end up happening at Extreme Rules. It may end up happening at whatever the Halloween pay-per-view is. I mean, is it Halloween Havoc? I actually have no idea because I thought maybe it's Night of Champions. I have no fucking idea what it is. Maybe they're going to make it Friday the 13th. Are they going to have that? Maybe the Saudi show is going to be that talk about the horror show at Extreme Rules right there. Bonesaw is ready. Look, I like Becky. And I like Bianca. Bianca got the short end of the stick here. It was fucking bullshit. The fact that they did this, they made Bianca look like a goddamn goof. They totally cut off her momentum, which, to be fair, had started to stall anyway because they weren't doing right by her. And they probably thought, and somebody brought this up and it kind of makes sense, they kind of seemed to sour on her after the whole Rolling Loud thing because, she wasn't well received and nobody else was. Well, here's the deal. If they thought that Bianca or anybody really could get over with the Rolling Loud crowd, good fucking luck. I don't think those people had any goddamn idea what they were looking at. This is why I'm pissed. Because Bianca deserved better than this. I wouldn't have minded a combative match and Becky winning. Because Becky challenging her right there would have been inevitable. Or maybe Bianca beats somebody. Say it beats Liv in a 10-minute match. And then Becky shows up rather. And challenges her and says, we'll have a match on SmackDown or something like that. Fine. But no, they do this. It absolutely just torpedoes everything. It took the steam out of the show. Because people were legit shocked. What? Why? What the fuck is going on? And Becky, she got to celebrate. I like Becky. I do like Becky. This was stupid. Really, really, really fucking stupid. And I don't think that there's a lot of recovery that Bianca can have from this. Oh, she could turn heel and she could do this or whatever. Guess what they'll do? They'll probably do what they did with Christian and Orton in 2011, which was a really great feud as far as matches. But think about it. Christian got the 5-day feud. I mean, sure, Bianca got 100 some odd day feud. But Becky beat her in an impromptu match. And now they're going to have it where Becky's going to beat her, and then Bianca might win for a month and then lose it back to Becky and everything. And yes, Becky obviously, as far as marketability, is the bigger star. Does that mean, though, that Bianca cannot be built up? Bianca could have been built up. The fact that she wasn't, the fact that they did this on a big stage like this was a big moment for her. You can send Toni goddamn Storm out there. Who wouldn't have wanted to look at Toni Storm for 10 minutes? I know I enjoyed that when I was at an indie show a few years ago. Toni Storm, super nice, by the way. But there were so many other ways they could have done this. They didn't do it. It's made a lot of people turn against Becky, which is not what they intended. No, maybe they could turn Becky heel. No, people are just going to still cheer Becky anyway. People are going to cheer Bianca because they like her because she is really goddamn good and has done great things. That Mania 37 main event was fucking phenomenal. One of my favorite matches of the year. And just gone. Poof. They're going to have to try and rebuild her by the Rumble. They just totally torpedoed it. All they'll remember is the finish. If they had just, again, had a match and then, they'd had a match with somebody else, not Carmella, because we need somebody good there. And then the thing where Becky showed up, cool. They didn't, and they fucked it up. And they took all the steam out of the show. It took a few matches for people to get back into it. So anyway, the return to Saudi Arabia in October. Great. I think I know something that's going to happen there. The women probably aren't going to wrestle. So, gold medal winners. That one guy that they're trying to recruit. Name escapes me. Sorry. Little angry. Jinder versus Drew's sizable sword. Co-starring Drew. Dear God, this card and the absolute state of this company is what I wrote. Drew hits the Claymore and then pulls his sword out and people run away. I know some people that would run towards Drew's sword, or Sue's drawer, as you were. His drawers, as it were, when he pulls out his sword. I'm going to make this work one way or another. Yeah, that's what happened. And Drew won. Life goes on, dull as before. We're going to end up getting a Punjabi prison match at the horror show at Extreme Rules, aren't we? Actually, I just think it's Extreme Rules, but watch them do the horror show at Extreme Rules. Okay, Raw Women's Championship time. Nikki Ash taking on Rhea Ripley, who I want, or rather need, to step on me. And then Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship, which I just said, so it's kind of repetitive. Alright, so it was the usual thing where two are fighting, and then one does it, does all that, and then they're doing this, and Nikki's, hitting some moves and everything, and getting booed out of the goddamn... She's getting a couple cheers, but mostly getting booed out of the building. Charlotte, everybody's sick of Charlotte, at least vast majority. I love Rhea. I can see why some people don't like her. I knew that Rhea was not winning here, which disappointed me, but they kind of torpedoed Rhea in all honesty. The pace is good at times. Actually, I would argue this is one of the better matches on the show. But Charlotte hits a spiral, and Nikki's head gets caught by Charlotte's leg and right into the barricade. And Rhea gets two of those standing clover queefs, as I call them, because why not have a mature view on it? And at one point, Nikki just lunges her cooch right at everybody. Man, I am just being really gross for once on this show. Only once. I run a clean show, and if you believe that, you have not been paying attention to the first 16 minutes of this show. Rhea's knees buckle, and then figure eight on Nikki for the win. Good, great shit. Okay, here, let me see. This is just ripping up for the whole shit with Bianca and Becky and everything. And if Vince McMahon made that fucking call, yeah, fuck Vince McMahon. Maybe not literally. So, let's go to Rollins and the Sergeant Seth Pepper look, if you will. And Edge got a brooding entrance. He went to a broody place. Reminder that Michael Cole's really fucking bad at his job, and I actually regret that his parents gave birth to him. Moving on. A lot of me not wanting people to give birth to their kids. So, Seth Rollins versus Edge. Good shit. Because I actually told a story. See, Becky and Bianca could have told a story. They didn't want to do that. They told a really good fucking story here. Rollins kept targeting the neck. So much neck targeting. Man, you would think the Canadian that won the Royal Rumble from the #1 position and was a family man would be targeting the neck repeatedly. Not like there's a history or a precedent for that. So we got an avalanche neck breaker for 2. That's how you help your neck. And then execution for 2. There was a lot of really good stuff here. Superplex into the Falcon Arrow. Nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow. But he did. And then Glam Slam by Edge. Really nice, callback to Beth. I kind of think Beth isn't done in the ring. Maybe she'll team with Indy Hartwell. That could be interesting. We get the screen gets shut off at one point because Rollins gets slammed into it, and it's like, what was it? It's like, holy word I can't say on the peacock that is, because Pat is just a fucking genius. And then pedigree for 2, spear for 2. Oh no, the stomp, but the stomp got stopped. Man, what was that goddamn song, Stomp? What was that song in the 90s? Help me out in the comments, please. It was like some kind of rap, no, hip-hop, R&B thing. So anyway, Edgecutor, Canadian crossface. This is what Edge said when he was going to a dark place. Kids better watch it. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Edge wins. Good shit. You know why it was good shit? Edge getting the win doesn't hurt Rollins one bit. Rollins is going to be able to get with this. Maybe we can run this back at Mania. Rollins is going to get a big win. It will mean something. I like this. As long as they build with Rollins' momentum. Edge winning isn't the worst thing in the world. He can prove that he still has something, but this isn't over. This is a good thing. Money in the Bank is going to be in Allegiant Stadium next year. Boy, if it's anything like this show, they're going to have difficulty filling up that stadium. So, Miz and Morrison, they're out there doing the moist thing and whatever. They're hurting for a squirtin', was something John Morrison said, and I hope that contract he has is worth it. The New Day stole the dripstick. Well, basically just Xavier. Xavier has a dripstick 2000, and he sprays 2-minute once. I'm just going to let that marinate right there, because you probably know where I'm going to go with it. Paige, yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was a comedy segment that actually happened. They thought if they had cut that out, would anybody have missed it? No. So now the champion's out first again. Oh no, they had to wake up Goldberg and basically said, Goldberg, goddammit, poke him with a stick. I don't want to wrestle today. So anyway, it's Goldberg versus Lashley for the WWE Championship. Piped in Goldberg chants from 1998. Maybe there were some fans chanting for Goldberg. Okay, I expect this match to be bad. This match was actually worse. I thought it would be short and impactful like the one against Drew McIntyre. This was one of the longest Goldberg matches I've seen in a while. They thought this was a good idea. Goldberg used some power moves and everything, and I don't know if he hurt his knee. I don't know what happened, but Goldberg, it's proof he can't fucking go anymore. He can't. And I don't think it was because he was selling. I mean, maybe he was just selling really well, but Goldberg was never really known for selling and being really that good in the ring. Just ask Bret Hart. They cheered when Lashley kept beating him down, which was hilarious. MVP stopped the spear by pulling Goldberg out, and then MVP chants. We get a spear outside. He uses his cane on Goldberg's leg. Goldberg takes about 5 years to sell it because he's a fucking clueless idiot that can't go anymore. Oldberg definitely is accurate. And look, I love Goldberg. Back in like 99, 2000. This is not fucking working anymore. He can't go. He looks great for a guy that's in his early to mid 50s. He seriously does. Great for him. He wants to do this for his family. Great. He's getting a sizable paycheck. Fantastic. Guess what? He's wrestled more matches since his Hall of Fame induction, I think, than he did in 2003 and 2004. I'm not even fucking kidding. It's goddamn ridiculous. He can't fucking go anymore. It's embarrassing. I understand why you use legends, but good fucking grief. How can you put this show in a stadium and think, this is a good idea, let's have this match go this fucking long? Lashley kept targeting the leg, and my God, it was finally a referee stoppage because Goldberg couldn't stand up anymore. Because the weight of his own goddamn ego and the fact he can't go anymore fucking wore him down. And then Goldberg loses, thank fucking him. Lashley keeps attacking him with a chair. And then Gage got involved. And then Lashley, channeling Chris Benoit from June of 2007, ragdolls a wrestler's kid. Well, you know what? That's the way to, engage a certain talent. So anyway, it's going to lead to a fucking rematch in Saudi Arabia. Goldberg's going to beat him, and the WWE Championship is going to cease to exist. All that building they've done with Lashley, all that great shit he's done, they're going to have him lose it in Saudi Arabia for no fucking reason. He's never going to win again. It's fucking ridiculous. I guarantee you they're going to find a way to work another date on the Goldberg's contract, because I think he has 2 more. They say 2 more dates on his contract. So he'll have that Saudi Arabia deal. Maybe he'll have another match like a Survivor Series, and that'll be it. Maybe that can actually be it, and he can never wrestle again. He didn't really wrestle here. Oh! John Cena was in a Super Mario 3 Tanuki suit shirt with all the titles and the 1-up thing and everything. And Roman gets some boos, but he also gets some cheers because it's hard not to cheer Roman Reigns when they're finally using him the way they should. Roman versus Cena for the Universal Championship. Roman was mostly dominant. Cena kept trying for the most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling. Surprise roll-up. Roman kept being nonchalant. And Roman kept talking about how excited he was to pound Cena's ass. Oh my. Oorah! Anyway, so we get a roll-up for 2. We get a sleeper hold. Roman stops the 5-knuckle shuffle. Oh! Anyway, and then hit AA for 2. Oh no! Cena's going to get the victory. He does not. AA through the announcer's table for a delayed 2. Seriously delayed. I think the referee either forgot what he was doing or Roman was like, shit, kick out, sorry. That happens. Leg drop into a power bomb for 2. Superman punch into a roll-up, but then, he cocks his fist and smashes Cena to get head at the table later. And then we get a post spot. We get a Super AA for 2. Finish off Lashley in 2007, but not here. And then, this was something else. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we get 2 Superman punches. Spear for 3. Hooray! Roman Reigns retains. He can go backstage and get head at the table. Oh, wait, no. Soon we hear other music. Bork is back. The Bork laser is back. Did his head grow another head? He looks horrible. He looks fucking terrible. He looks like Biff, like a guy named Biff, like from an offshoot of Back to the Future. He looks fucking terrible. I mean, he got a big pop and everything, so that's great. And Roman walks away and everything. So, yeah, we're going to run back with Bork versus Roman for the Universal Championship. And, I mean, maybe it's going to be, you know, Paul Heyman in a cage or Paul Heyman on a forklift. And maybe we can, I don't know. Let's get David Arquette to run out there and everything and stop the goddamn match. Worked for New Blood Rising, didn't it? You know, I was really debating about watching Raw because of this. Let's see how NXT goes. Look, I'm going to keep reviewing this stuff, but my fucking goodness, this show fucking frustrated me. Really, really fucking frustrated me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. Vince McMahon, go to hell. I'll see you soon.